Figured we'd try some Fortnite again. For some reason, it gets more views than GTA 5, or I don't know. I guess this is what people want to see. Might not want to see it for me, but supposedly this is the one that people do searches for more. I was going to give it a break because I figured it's not going to work. But then I found out that I still have problems that I got to fix in my house. And it started storming last night. So of course I had a very leaky bedroom in my son's room. And it's not going to fix itself. And I'm not going to be able to go out and get a job and have 100 people give me $1,000 each. So figured, what the hell? I'll keep doing this, see where it goes. If you don't want to see it, I am sorry. But I gotta do this to figure out something. And I know it's not going to happen right away. I know a lot of people are going to say it's not going to happen right away, and I understand that. But we got to do this. It gets discouraging sometimes. You think to yourself, I can't do this. I can't do this. I think the audio might be up too high on this. There we go. Let's try that. So, nothing much happened in my life right now. Had to have a family meeting last night. It went pretty good. Trying to inform all these kids that not everything's gonna go as planned, but as long as he sticks to a family, we'll be okay. And it usually works for us, so sit there and just trying to get some building material. It's up there, I think it is. And try again. It's way over there. Guess we'll do this. Try it this way. There it is. It turned red on me for some reason. Don't really need a porta-fort, because they're kind of pointless to me, but that's just me. Pop the shield. I remember growing up disabled. I remember playing our first Atari 2600. Remember playing Asteroids and Defender all morning long. A lot of fun. Nobody thought I'd be able to play that one either. And but that's okay. I got really good at it. There used to be a show many years ago called That's Incredible, and my adopted, beautiful, I call her my adopted, I'm not really adopted, but I call her my adopted mother. She sent a video, well, I don't think it was a videotape back then. It was just more, it was a screen, I don't know, a picture, I guess. They had a contest back in the day about people who could beat Pitfall, and I beat pitfall with my feet, and all that fun stuff. But that's where it all started, the gaming. Then from there, well, I guess the ColecoVision was out before that. I don't know, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was afterwards. I don't know. But as far as I know, after that I played the ColecoVision, which I believe was out again, like I said. I think it was out before it, but then from there we got a Nintendo. Then it went to Super Nintendo. And somebody's here. I hear him. Just don't see him. Always been into gaming, I guess. When I was a little kid. They've changed so much over the years, though. It's unbelievable. And never really was a computer person, like games on computers. I was taught computers very young. Sitting at my house, I learned all about electronics. What do you call it? I eventually started getting into learning how to do TV VCR repair. And yes, VCR is what I said. Hopefully some of you know what that is. It's a video cassette recorder. I learned to fix those. And even TVs back in the day, the old boob tubes. All my uncles used to repair them. And they taught me how to do some of them. I used to go to the old Kroger store and test the tubes for the TV. And figure out if there was something wrong with them or they need to be repaired. But most of the time it was just a tube that needed to be replaced. And you could go from there. Your TV would be fine. Eventually I got into DVD players when they first came out. I remember the very first DVD player that came out, I had to have it. I was such a movie fan, I had to have it. And it had I think I paid like $400 for it. I mean, that's how it was really expensive. But the worst part wasn't that it was $400. The worst part was that it wouldn't hook up to my TV. So therefore I couldn't even watch it. So then I had to spend another $400 or $500 getting a converter that would go from the old analog until, because back in the day it only had, well, I guess they still mostly only have RCAs, but you also have the TV DVD players that have the coax cable, which is called an RF. But I learned to do all that, and then now the TVs that are out now are just real easy to fix. So I do a lot of TV and VCR repair. Let's do it again. Let me go back. I'm trying to concentrate on where I was going. Most of the flat screens are really easy to fix, so I learned about them. So now I do flat screen repair. And when we got a PlayStation, my kids broke it and I had to fix it. And I didn't realize how easy it was to fix. So then when the PS2 came out, I learned that. And that's even easier to fix. Then the 3, which is a little more complicated, but it still is an easy fix. And somebody's been here. Some material. But again, I'm sorry if this ain't what you want to see, if you're not impressed. I've gotten a few views, but I guess my name eventually will get out there and I'll get more here and there. And I'm not gonna give up. I told my family I wouldn't give up. I just gotta keep trying and until I get the right person that wants to start donating and join me. The only thing I can't figure out is how to get a donation button on the YouTube. I like YouTube. I like streaming on YouTube a little more than I do on Twitch. And but at the same time, Twitch is. I got a donation button on the Twitch, but I can't figure out on how to do it on YouTube. I was told you might have to get permission. I don't know. I mean, I've heard so many different stories. I've been told I just got to put a link on it. I've been told to just put it on. I've been told, but I can't seem to get it on there. I've tried and tried without success. Let's see there. Somebody's fighting all around me. Oh, I heard something. Hell. It's like I heard a chest back here, and there's never a chest in one of those. So anyway, I'm probably just babbling here. I'm not trying to bore anybody. I'm not something spectacular at this game. I'm getting better. I have a nephew who I was trying to get a hold of because he's really good with computers, really tech savvy. See if he could help me figure out these buttons so I can get better and better shooting. I know if I can just figure it out, the L2 and R2, I'd be much better at this game. I mean, I got them figured out, don't get me wrong, but I just can't use them that quick. So anyway, he tells me that he can set me up and get me going on it, but unfortunately he don't have a PlayStation, PS4 that is. My idea, as I think I've said before, my idea was to start out with a PS3 controller, because they're about similar in components, motherboards, and if it don't work with a PS3 controller, then it's not going to hurt the PS4, and a PS4 is more expensive, and so I'm gonna go with that. Leave the port. But anyway, I mean, a new PlayStation controller is like 20 bucks, maybe 15 if you buy it online. But a new PS4 controller is like 60 bucks. So, but herein lies the problem. If I well, I can't even see through the grass. If I send him a controller to work with, he's in Colorado. If I send him a controller to work with, yeah, then I can maybe do it better. But anyway, point is, with him not having a PlayStation controller or a PlayStation, then I have to send him a PS3 to work with so that he can keep testing it. And I don't have an extra one to send him. I have one that my son uses because he uses a PS4 or a PS3, and then he uses an Xbox One to work to play games on. Um, but then I'd have to ship him the PS3 and the controller. Then he could work on it, then send it back to me. And if we know we have a success, then I have to send him a PS4 controller. And the only way I could send him a PS4 controller is if he has a PS4 to work with, and he don't. So I'd have to ship him a PS4 also to work with. So I don't know how it's going to work. Hopefully there's somebody else out there that has done it and can tell me, hey, this works. But let's see, where are we going to go today? Some people have asked a few questions on the chats while I was streaming live. Some people have asked questions afterwards, after the stream. I've always been disabled, so I never knew what it was like to have hands or anything like that. My whole life people have asked me, do you ever think about what it would be like to have hands? And I remember years ago, I was thinking about it, you know, one night when I went to bed, I guess feeling sorry for myself, which is not something I do often, but I was feeling sorry for myself, and I started dreaming, and I had a dream that I had hands, arms that is, sorry, and I'm gonna be killed here real soon. Guess he got scared of me and jumped. But that's weird. I guess he just left. But anyway, and in my dream I had arms, but I couldn't use them. They just laid there. They just laid below me and didn't do anything. It blew me away, but is that a gun up there that I didn't get? Yes, it is. Should have grabbed just that, just to have a gun. There we go. Alright. But, I know as I grow up, you know, some people are like, you know, well, God made you this way, and they got their own little theories behind everything. My theory is, you know, I don't know. I mean, I believe in God, don't get me wrong, but if you knew some of the problems that I've had to overcome in my life, you'd understand that I sometimes question things. And it's nothing to do with anybody, I just, you know, I don't know. Not to turn this into a religious channel or nothing like that, because it's not what I want, but oh, I just scared the heck out of me because didn't hear nobody around. But anyway, like I said before, I'll answer anything. If it's not appropriate, I will say it's not appropriate, so I will not answer that. But for the most part, I'll answer anything. I'm an open book. I'm not trying to keep anybody, you know, out of the loop. It's kind of like if you watch the other streamers that have played without arms, they answer a lot of questions too. Like I said, there's just certain things I would not answer. Some things, oh, there we go, I'm dying. Why did I jump in the water too? And I don't know where it came from. That's the biggest. Oh, now he's coming after me. I can hear him. No, actually, he's in the building over there. I don't know which building he's in. Sound like that one right there. Yeah, he's up there at the top. Now he's blowing up or something. I don't know what he's doing. But anyway, yes, I am divorced. Hate to say that, but people do grow apart. I have 3 daughters from my first marriage. Altogether, I have 5 children, 3 girls, 2 boys. And then I have 2 stepdaughters that I basically claim my own. So, I probably mentioned that before, like I said, but hopefully I don't have to keep answering them questions. People are telling me that's what people want to know, but stupidest question after that usually is, if you have no arms, how do you have sex? Well, like I said, there's always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. I was born without arms. I'm not missing nothing else. So, that's a nice way of putting it. I don't know. I gotta go to the middle, don't I? I need to go around this way. We had such a bad night last night. It started raining. Then it got worse. My son's room is the one that leaks the most. So, when it started raining on him, we put tarps on the roof to try to block it. But the problem is the rain gets under the tarp. And I don't know where this guy went. But, I don't have no shotguns. Let's go. Well, I need to go this way. I guess so. Oh, nice way up there. Not hit him once. Has to be a record. How many times somebody can not hit somebody over and over and over again. But, like I said, I've learned I think you get better action if you go straight at them instead of walking around them. But, anyway, I don't remember. Excuse me. I don't remember where I was going with that, but, or what I was saying. One thing I do know is I love my children. Oh, my son's room, okay, but I do love my children. So of course my son don't sleep in his room because he likes to put buckets in there. And are they working on it? Yeah, they are. Never noticed that before. Guess they changed it. But that's okay. Where can we go today? Let's go to Fatal Fields. Actually, let's go over here and work our way to Fatal Fields afterwards. But I don't know. We had years ago. We had somebody put something on Craigslist or something about needing help with the roof. Well, that roof was not as bad as it is now, but only when it was needing repaired, I guess. And we had a very nice gentleman. Don't even know his name. He never gave it. But a very nice gentleman came about a 4-hour drive just to repair it for me. And he fixed it. That was 4 or 5 years ago. Heck of a nice guy, but the reason why I said I didn't get his name is because I wasn't here. So, but they said he was a really nice guy. Was all about helping and wanted to know if there was any more leaks that we knew of. And at the time, we didn't have any. But I guess just Oh, somebody else is here. They're blowing me up, I think. Trying to, at least. I don't know where they're at. So let's just keep walking. See if we can find them. But, like I said, that was before the entire... Now it's worse. But, I guess there's only so much weight a roof can take or something like that. Like, I guess you can have like 4 layers, so it's not too heavy. But my house is built in the 40s, so therefore, it's older and the wood's older. I guess that's why it's sinking in on one side and needing to be fixed, we'll call it. Well, there's something up here. Almost didn't see it. And I don't know. I have no problem repaying back all the, I don't know, help I get or whatever. It just would take me a long time. And if somebody knew about, like, I don't know, grants, how to do that kind of stuff, I don't know, in your city or whatever, you know, let's see, let's do this instead. It's got a green. I have no problems paying back anybody anything. It would just take me a while. I mean, a long while. I mean, I barely make anything as it is. I don't think there's anything in them. I seen the ammo box back there. I don't even know what happened to the person trying to kill me. What happened to him? I know there's... But, uh-oh, he's found me again. I don't hear him, I don't hear him. He's going up. Yep, see? They do that thing where they look over the edge before they come up, and I can never do that. So, see, that's why I like playing other games than Fortnite, because at least I can get somewhere in those. I can win races. Yesterday I didn't stream, but I was getting first and third on GTA 5 and all that, like mad. And I would have streamed it, but I had so many people in my house that you would not have heard it. You'd have heard nothing but babies screaming, kids crying. I had 2 nephews here, and they're little bitty. They wanted to go swimming, and we didn't want to take them swimming. But I mean, we didn't want. It's not that we didn't want to take them swimming. It's just it was so muggy out, mosquitoes. I live in a town that's all flat land with nothing but rice fields, and bugs are so bad, it's unbelievable. 36 seconds. I'm gonna go over here and look at all the repairs they're doing to this thing. Like, I guess they're trying to, I mean, I know they did a lot of things with the balloon here, you know, upgraded a little bit here and there. Like, the balloon looks more realistic now. But, let's go to prison. But anyway, life is, I don't know, it's just, life keeps sending me a curveball, and I just keep trying harder and harder, and so, I don't know. My grandfather was one of my favorite people in the world. Uh, and he passed away. He used to give me advice on a lot of things. He was a very, very wise man. He was a very religious man. And he would tell me things to try to get me through the day or whatever. He was a very awesome man. He knew a lot about cars. He knew how to fix them. Well, the older cars. The newer ones are just complicated, but I mean, I've learned a lot about him, but he wasn't around for most of that because he died so early. And I miss him more every day. But I'll see him one day and maybe another life or something, but you never know. But he used to be my advice person. He never treated me like I was disabled at all. He would always say, I said I can't do it. He'd say, why not? And if I said something about arms, he would smack me in the head and be like, don't talk like that. So, let's do these two real quick. And, but that was him, and he's always telling me you can do anything you put your mind to. I got a long way to go, don't I? Sure do. Boom. But he told me, I told him I was gonna get my license. He's like, go get it. And I got it. I told him I was gonna get my first job. He said, get it. And I did that. So other people look down on me and how's he gonna do that? How's he gonna do this? Maybe I'll keep this instead. And but like I said, I got where I'm at because of people that were in my life and people telling me don't give up, and I didn't. I got some of my favorite people now are my uncles, who are spitting images of him and also act the same way as him, talk like him, have the same beliefs as him. Now it just boils down to if I need advice, I just go to a different uncle each time. And the dog is whimpering. I don't know why. Look at that. There's the ramp for the cards. I don't know if I'll be able to get that. Oh, there we go. Let's do this. Check that instead. There we go. I guess that's all the questions I've answered for people. I can tell you I've never done drugs. I've been straight with my family, especially my children. I'm one of them people that can tell their children don't do drugs, and you know, I can honestly say I didn't, and I turned out fine. Drugs are very bad. I mean, I might joke around a lot, but you know, and say, you know, you gotta watch out for kids nowadays. But I watched a documentary about teenagers in today's life, in today's world, that they would rather kill somebody than to just deal with their problems, you know. It's like almost like the thing to do nowadays is to do bad things to people, and like I'm glad I didn't I wasn't in this world. Whenever. Oh, I almost got quite a few shots on him, like 2 or 3, I think. No, he still had a good shield. But he could take my stuff. Like I said, I'm just holding it for the next person. That's the way I always look at it. So, I don't know. Let's try it again, I guess. Here we go. It's early, 8 o'clock in the morning. It's the only time I can do anything. Nobody's up. My son every once in a while gets up and streams with me, but lately he's just not getting up. Then he wants to stream in the evening when everybody's here and it's too loud. Keep telling him you can't do that. But it's okay. I'm not trying to make anybody feel sorry for me. I just want you to know that. I mean, if it else gets my roof fixed, then please feel sorry for me. But as far as the disability goes, I'm not the type that plays off my disability. I mean, you might think this is playing off my disability, but I use what I have. When I used to do stand-up comedy, I used what I had, you know, which was my arms. To tell stories about me, used to tell stories. And I would have people just cracking up. And there's so many stories I could tell you, but it's more of a visual. You have to see it, you know. It's like I don't know. I'll give you an example. I was at a certain retail place by my house, and there was a guy there, and you could tell he was either drunk or high or whatever. I mean, you never know what people are on anymore. And he comes up to me, and I'm pushing a cart, and he says, "Whoa, what happened to your arms?" And I said, "I was born this way." And he says, "No way. What happened to your arms for real?" And I said, "Okay, which one?" He says, "Your left arm." I said, "Combine accident." He says, "Oh, your other one?" I said, wood chipper. He's like, "No." I said, "Yeah." He says, "Really, for reals, what happened?" I said, "Which one?" He said, "Your left." I said, "Combine." He said, "You're right." I said, "Really bad accident." He's like, "Oh, wow." Like I said, it's just everybody's different. Everybody's gonna treat you different. This guy in particular just didn't know what he was doing. Drunk. I don't know what he was. Stoned, high. I don't have any idea. But everybody has their own little things. I mean, if you could have been there. Oh, my little kitty's coming in. Go over that way. And like this guy, for example, I don't know why I got 2 shotguns. Tactical assault rifles, whatever they're called. But one time in court, not in court, in church, sorry. One time in church, we had a preacher that came in, and I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing at him, but he came in to where I was at, and he's like, I'm gonna shake everybody's hand in here, and so he got to me, and he's like, puts his hand out, and I'm like, I said, "I'm sorry, I don't have any." He goes, "I'll just shake the other hand," and I'm like, "It looks like the other one," and he was embarrassed. You could tell he was embarrassed, but like I said, everybody reacts a different way. It was pretty funny. So many people were laughing. It was just funny. It really was. But To each his own. I don't even know whatever the questions I can answer. Somebody's here. And I'm dead. See? Can you see this? My kitty getting ready to jump on me. Just jumped on me. Wrong way. My cat just jumped on me. He won't stay off of me. Sorry, buddy. But he claws me. I can't get him off of me, so I end up. This guy. We got 2 kills already. I'm not gonna watch him, but I don't know. I could tell you a little bit more. One person asked if my picture looked like a video on my channel, and what it was when I was 2 years old, Shriners Hospital came to my mother and asked her if I would like to be a Shriners child. And basically, I travel all over the United States, Canada, to raise money for Shriners Hospital and for crippled children. And she said yes. And so they basically, for the next 16 years, I traveled all over the United States and Canada, and they made movies about it. It was actually published on, not published, but it was broadcasted on all over the world in one night. It was like just different days. It was broadcast everywhere. And I've been to like every state but 2. I've been to Toronto, Canada, a couple other places in Canada. They made a film of me. They have a film of me, and someone else. I mean, I guess it's a little thing that helped raise lots of money. I mean, I was told back in the day it was millions I raised, but by today's standards, it would have been even more. But that's the way it goes. And but it wasn't a very long film. It was maybe 10 or 15 minutes, but it took forever to shoot. I remember it as a little kid. A lot of people don't believe that, but I do. I do remember that as a kid, shooting the movie. Had to keep doing it over and over and over again. They had a scene where I was supposed to eat ice cream, and I remember it being the most nastiest ice cream. It was, I mean, what kid don't like ice cream, right? But this one it had like pieces of fruit in it, and it was really, I mean, it wasn't really gross in the beginning, but after like, 400 or 500 takes of it, it's like really, I mean, I was only about 4 or 5 in the movie at this point. I mean, and it was just too much ice cream for me to handle. But the fruit pieces in it, by the time we got done, were like completely frozen. So they were hard, and it was like eating candy inside of ice cream, and ugh. But they showed how I had artificial arms, how they were, used in my everyday life, putting my shirt on, tying my shoes, putting my shoes on, or whatever. And then when I turned 18, I couldn't go to Shriners no more. And they took me to gave me like a celebration thing for like saying thank you, and gave me an award for excellent service. Most of the people I started with had died at that point because they were all older. Really good people though. I mean, I have nothing but good experience there. I don't know where this guy's coming from. Where's he at? I assume he's over here now. But it's a chance to go see the world. So that was a good part. I knew it. I knew it. Let's see what I can do if I can get over here and hide. Okay, now I see ya. He's over there. Yeah, he's over there. I don't have anything that'll reach yet. It's this. We got you. Got him one. Oh, I had to put a wall up. I see you now. Somebody's coming to kill me. Come on past, I'll shoot you. Come on past. Oh, I was in the garage, I could tell. But yeah, that was a good experience for me. Gotcha again. And she got me. Good. But anyway, it was a good experience. I had a lot of fun being a Shriner's child. Might not be much to you guys, I understand that, but I didn't grow up with all the necessities in life. I grew up with poor on government assistance, housing, all that good stuff, food stamps, Section 8. But now let me go see if I can get a good look at this thing here. I think this might be my last game. I don't want to make it too long for everybody. But where did that go? I can't believe they're working on it. That's cool. Getting it ready for the ride, I guess. I know nothing on. What is your problem? Just die already. I know you're not gonna die. Anyway, I think that's why I try so hard with my children to not fail. I give them everything they can. I mean, I've always found them very cheap cars because I work with people that deal with junk a lot, so I find them cheap cars at an early age. So they, when they're 16, like for example, I try to get them a car. I don't remember when, but my son got his first car when he was 14, I don't know, almost 15. And it was a 95 Suburban, or a 90, I think it was 95 Suburban. And then somebody's going there. So I'll go here. And anyway, I needed a transmission, and I found a tranny. We put the tranny in, got it running. It was a good truck, and then the shift cable broke on it, and it just sat. And then my he's seen a 1970 El Camino that he liked in this guy's yard, and he talked to the guy about it, and it needs some work. We still got it, but and it ended up, you know, if you know anything about old cars, he wanted a pretty penny for it. And after we talked to him for a long time about it, maybe 2 weeks or so, he finally agreed that he would sell it. And then when we told him that we didn't have much money because we just bought the Suburban and paid for it for him, the guy told us that he would trade straight up. So now we got, I have 2 guns now. God dang it, mercy. So now he's got a 70s El Camino. My daughter, for her birthday, actually for Christmas, we bought her what do you call it? It was I believe a 98 Chevy Cavalier. And we just needed a head fixed on it, and we got that fixed. The engines are pretty simple to work on. The Cavaliers are like 2.2 liters, I believe what they're called. I don't know if there was somebody there. It was a fence post. But anyway, so like I said, I've always given my kids things they've wanted. When I was 16, I took my permit test and passed it. Then I started driving and learning to drive, and I learned to drive finally. A good friend of mine, they called him FJ, but his wife claimed it stood for something else. I mean, can put 2 and 2 together. But his name was Fred Jr. or something like that. But somebody's down there. I just gotta get to the middle of this one. So my mother and he shoots very better. But my mother helped me purchase a 1976 Nova for $250, and then another $80 in repairs, and we had it running. It's one of my favorite cars I've ever owned, and but I had to strive to get it. I had to beg for it. I had to do all the chores. I had to do everything, you know, because my mom didn't have it. So I don't like my children suffering. We buy their very first car, and then if they ever get a good job, we'll help them buy a better car later on down the road if they can afford it. And so far it's worked out okay. But that's just me. Like I said, the things we do for our children, people, hopefully, which I bet a lot of people watching this don't have children, or if they do have children, they are young, so they like to game. But I don't know. Again, I guess this will be my last one. So if you guys have any questions or anything, please don't hesitate to ask. Um, if you know somebody that would like to donate or you want to donate, just let me know. I can send you my PayPal link. Do me a favor, like it if you like it. Subscribe, please. I won't bombard you with a bunch of things. Just if you like it, like it. I need to get more subscribers. I'm failing in that department. And but I guess it's not gonna happen overnight. You know what I mean? I mean, some of the people that I watch, like every morning, I go on Twitch, and there's Dakota or Dark. 35,000 people watching him live stream. But as soon as I get enough good subjects and more subscribers, I'll start doing more things, giveaways. I have a lot of stuff that I fix that I try to sell sometimes, and it don't sell, so I can give things away, you know, like game systems, TVs, so many things that I could, you know, give away. Start doing like PSN codes, just different things. I mean, I plan on doing a lot of things once it starts taking off and goes somewhere. But I promise you, stick around, stick with me. You'll see the thing's gonna take off. I got a buddy who I'm my partner in crime. Me and him together are just, we have a lot of fun. I'm trying to get him on the PlayStation to come onto my channel. His kids have an Xbox One, but the next PlayStation I fix, I'm gonna give to him. And unless somebody else needs it that I know, but so far nobody needs anything. I got nephews that, you know, I help out, stuff like that, you know, fixing things. I have one nephew that constantly has an Xbox 360 that needs to be fixed because he likes to put jam games in it that don't work, and if they don't work, he'll get mad and throw it down. But he's also like 5 or 6 years old, so he's just a little taught. But that's why we started him out with an Xbox 360. He comes over here and he wants to play the big boy games, and the big boys are playing games that little kids can't get involved in. So he gets upset and he starts breaking things, and I don't know why, but I guess that's how he was taught how to show his attention to people. But you gotta love him. I guess you don't have to, but I do. He's a good kid sometimes. I'm trying to think of some good jokes that I could tell you guys to let you know that, you know, I'm gonna start doing like a joke of the day eventually. But it's just hard to come up with jokes that are not gonna offend everybody and their brother. I don't think I can even think of one right now to tell you. But yeah, see, like I said, this is gonna have to be my last game. I'm not gonna sit here and just bore you guys and run out of things to say and just be nothing but silence. So that's the thing I'm gonna do, is cut this one off soon. I don't know how long I've streamed right now. I think it's for about an hour. But I'm gonna try to make it to where I stream Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm sorry, let's do it again. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And so if anybody wants to tune in every you know, I think I'm Central Standard Time, 7 a.m. I'll be on there. American time, that is. I just want to shoot. Just in case. For some reason that bush glowed. Like it just sat down or something. Or somebody just put it on. So I shot it. But, oh, look at that. Give me some shield. I seen a stream where somebody got a full shield just using mushrooms. I mean, not at one place, but at like 4 or 5 different places. See, there's another one. There's 5 of them. Alright, come back this way now. Oh man. I guess I gotta get going. That's not good. Alright. Alright. Alright, made that one. Oh, see, another mushroom. The dog is barking again. Oh, here comes the storm. Here comes the storm. See, there's more mushrooms, but I can't stop. It's gonna get me. Hopefully I can find something to... I had to grab that one real quick. That's actually a pretty good gun. Hopefully I don't lose too much in a storm. Losing one every second, I guess. This is gonna be fun. Wish me luck. I'm finding bandages or something, or a med kit. Hopefully not a person to shoot me as soon as I get in there. And right there's somebody. See there? And like that, it's over. Well, everybody, I do appreciate you hitting a like button, subscribing if you can. We're going to call it a day. Even my dog calls it a day. So, take care of yourself and each other, and be good.